Hello and welcome to Spotlight Disney Sidekicks here at Mappy Key Gaming. My name is Emmanuel and today we are spotlighting Captain Hook. Now before we begin, if you like this kind of content, please subscribe down below and give us a thumbs up as it does help the channel. Now, Disney Sidekicks is a 2 to 4 player game, plays approximately 40 minutes, and is for ages 8 and up. Disney Sidekicks is an extremely difficult game with some complex mechanics and very punishing gameplay. So to help with that, I am doing a series of videos where I go through each character, spotlighting them, and showing you the different cards and looking at the different mechanics to see what's the best way that we can navigate this game. So the first thing I'd like to do is take a look at the Captain Hook figure. There he is. Looking all sharp and dapper as ever. Cool. And then this is the token for the Jolly Roger. This is going to come in play as he doesn't have a specific henchman like Scar or Maleficent. What's going to happen is the Jolly Roger here is going to go across the outer water ring, and it's going to go all the way around based off of the cards that come up and attack the different characters. And with that, let's take a look at Captain Hook's setup. Okay, so Captain Hook's setup here, it reads, place the Jolly Roger on the outer river between the two ice mountain symbol here. There's going to be a location on the map, and I will bring that up, and that is where the Jolly Roger is going to start. Okay, so here on the board, you will see up here in the top right hand corner, it says 2 to 3 players. This is the 2 to 3 player side of the board. Right here are the two mountain, like frozen mountain, maybe glacial peaks type symbols. So they're found here and here. As I said, on the setup here, place the Jolly Roger in the outer river. So this is the outer river here, between these two spaces. So this is where it's going to start. This is the starting zone for the Jolly Roger. Now I will be cutting in and coming back to the map as we go through the cards so that you know exactly what is going on as far as the Jolly Roger with the bridges, and then how the cards are going to move it around and stuff like that. And then it reads to flip this card over and place 2 attack die tokens on it. So Captain Hook starts off with 2 attack. His special power, which is right down here, reads, the Jolly Roger occupies a river region limited by the bridges connecting the inner and outer regions. It is not a henchman and cannot be attacked. When the Jolly Roger attacks, it attacks each sidekick adjacent to its water region, one at a time. And at the very bottom there, it does say, note, a sidekick on a space connected to a bridge can be attacked from both adjacent water regions. The special power here, okay, when it says the Jolly Roger occupies the river region limited by the bridges connecting the inner and outer regions, okay, they're talking about these right here. Okay, so this is the space that the Jolly Roger is going to be in between. And then the next part here, it says when the Jolly Roger attacks, it attacks each sidekick adjacent to its water region, one at a time. And then note, a sidekick in the space connecting to a bridge can be attacked from both adjacent water regions. So we have these 3 spaces right here. We have V3. I'll move the card out of the way there a little bit. We have the V3 spot here, and then we have these 2 spots here. So if the card comes up for him to attack, he's going to hit these 3 spaces, and then these 4 here, the P1, P2, and then the 2 across the bridges from it. If the Jolly Roger is on one side or the other of the bridge, okay, he's going to hit both of those. He'll hit them if he's on either side of the bridge. Okay, And that goes for this side here with on the P1, the same thing as well. The thing is, there's nothing in the rules that say about a bridge that has been destroyed. All that it says is that bridges connecting, the Jolly Roger is limited to bridges connecting the sides. So if this bridge here gets blown up, I believe that the Jolly Roger now has pretty much carte blanche on the whole 2/3 of the board, because he's not limited to bridge at this point. Now let's take a look at his cards. The very first card here that we have is going to be Eerie Silence. Choose any sidekick, they gain 1 star, add 1 villager to your space, and each adjacent to you. That's a pretty basic card. I think every villain has that one. Next is going to be Captured by Pirates. Stun each sidekick adjacent to the Jolly Roger's river region. Tip them over. On their next turn, they must spend their first action to stand up. So essentially what it does is it knocks you over, and then on the next turn you have to burn your first action to get it back into play. The next card here is Lost Boys Captured. Add 1 villager to Captain Hook's space and each space adjacent to him. Captain Hook gains an attack die token. The main thing with this one here is that it makes Captain Hook a little bit more powerful. All hands on deck. Each henchman attacks the sidekick on their space, if any. Then the Jolly Roger attacks. This card now can be devastating. All hands on deck. It's pretty self-explanatory there that each henchman is going to attack, and then the Jolly Roger attacks if someone is located on one of those spaces there. Pirates Attack. There's actually 2 of them here in the deck. They're essentially the same, except it places a villager on 2 different locations, but other than that, it all writes the same. Captain Hook moves towards Tinkerbell 1. Move the Jolly Roger past the next bridge clockwise. Then the Jolly Roger attacks. The 2 Pirates Attack cards, okay, right here, they move the Jolly Roger. So let's say the Jolly Roger is up here, okay, between the 2 glacial spaces, and he's going to move 1 zone over past the bridge, and then he's going to be now located between, whoops, I went a little too far here, between this bridge here and then the bridge at the very bottom here. So he's now going to be able to attack the 1, 2 here, 3, 4, whoops, 4 is there, 5, and 6, 7. If the bridge is standing. If the bridge, the way how I read the rules is if this bridge here is destroyed for some reason, he would naturally have reign over this entire section here, and so when it says for him to move, he would move past this bridge and then take over that section, because that bridge isn't there to stop him, so he would go all the way to and then move past this one here. There are only 2 of these. I wouldn't be too worried about this. The card that you really need to be worried about is the one to destroy the bridges. Those cards are really going to limit you, and that's where Captain Hook is going to really do some damage. Because if you do an outer bridge, like I said, the Jolly Roger now is going to have so much space to move and attack, and he's going to be able to hit more spots. And then if you destroy a bridge on the inside, on the inner ring, that's going to limit your ability to get to the castle to unlock it. So that's essentially the whole thing with the Jolly Roger and Captain Hook's advantage. And the final card here is the bridge nearest to you explodes. If multiple or closest, you decide. Any sidekick on a space that was connected to the exploding bridge loses 1 heart. This is essentially the same as the other exploding bridge cards that are shuffled into the villain decks. Now, I hope this video helped figure out Captain Hook here and how the Jolly Roger moves throughout the map. That's the most complicated thing I think people have with him, is that they're not sure how the ship here moves around the board. because that's really what it's doing, is it just keeps going in a giant circle around and attacking. So like I said before, if you like this content, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And if you have any additional questions, please leave them down in the comments. And I believe this corner, you're going to find the little eye icon, which you can click. That will take you to the playlist of all of these videos that I've made that are spotlighting the different characters, and I believe also a playlist to the other Disney videos that I have made. I've done quite a few different Disney games, including Gathering of the Wicked, The Haunted Mansion, and a few others, so check those out. And until next time, beware the hook.